So later I would have the possibility to use an acoustic guitar, and some years later I got even my electric guitar into the prison. So that helped a lot, of course, because then you could work more directly with the songwriting. But during all these years, I mean, all the songs from the new album Re and Chaos was manifesting, its material from a long, it's dating from a long time back, but it's all been developed, and not until we finally recorded it was finished. It was always worked on, especially when we took it to a situation where we started to rehearse the material with the new lineup, and everybody put their own spirit into it, and took the music to a higher level. So for me it was an eye-opener in many ways, because I was getting the chance to see my own life from a different perspective, and to get some kind of restart, or what do you say. And I'm not talking about being adapted to society or anything like that, because that's the last thing that would ever happen to me. But I'm talking about getting some kind of distance and a break to think about what I really want to do. And I think that gave me the possibility to appreciate certain things more, and to value certain things higher. I mean, society is built up to control the individual in a certain way, but if you go into prison, this is more obvious in your everyday life. Maybe you don't think about that every day when you're living on the outside. I mean, even though that's the case, I think certain concepts such as freedom and liberation and independence became higher values for me during this period. And I think that was just it was no change for me in that way. It was just that it became more clear to me, and that I never want to be a part of society. During this period, I was reminded about it every day. We all have to interact with society in one way or another. I think the difference is in which way you do it, and with what attitude you do it. If you're doing your interaction with society in a way which is actually liberating you from the bonds that are holding you back, by taking charge of your own position, instead of letting yourself become a slave to others, And I was realizing that I was definitely a slave to others, and I was bound to other people, that in a way that I realized that I really didn't want this. And I think what's the most important for me is to, at least as far as I can, to choose my own direction, and to take back what's mine, and to do exactly what I want to do. I think if you step into Dissection today, then you will first of all experience a lot of opposition from the outside world, from everybody around you, because Dissection is not an accepted band. We are the total outsiders of the metal scene, because I think it would be very truthful to say that we are the most hated band in the world. That's because we represent the opposite to what normal human beings are. At times I've been the only member, and that has been because I was the only hardcore member that could stand all the setbacks and hardships, but I think also I was the driving force from the beginning. That was something that I really wanted to change, not in terms of my own dedication, but I wanted everybody to have this attitude when I formed the new lineup. So I think that I succeeded. The reason why it was Seth and Thomas that became members of Dissection, out of all the people that applied, was that they were standing out. It clicked, It was on a personal level, on a musical level, and also on the level of our vision about, using dissection as a satanic tool to express and explore yourself and your inner darkness. And I think that was something that was obvious right away with both Seth and Thomas. So for me it was no question about it. I think our experience with bass players lately have been the most difficult, probably. And we have learned from the last experience that, we are a strong three-piece, whatever, and we will just go at it and, continue to do what we do. And what happens next, who will be in the band, who will be playing live as a bass player, we'll just see how it goes, we'll see how it comes and take it from there, It's all about who you are, and if it doesn't work out, then there's no other way to go, And I think we're strong enough as a three-piece and I feel we are very comfortable with the situation as it is, actually, so we will not put any stress on ourselves to, just take anybody into the band. If we would take anybody into the band at this point with our previous experiences, I think that would mean quite a lot. As a band, we have a big advantage because we have a large audience that makes us independent. We don't rely on anybody. We have a large audience, we have a loyal audience, and no matter what, I think Dissection as a name will always remain independent and strong. And that's why we can say fuck off to record labels, we can say fuck you to everybody that don't do it our way now, because we are fed up with being pushed around by record companies and being ripped off and being lied to. That's the reason why we formed our own label, Black Horizon Music, because we have the long and hard experience of the music business. And I think after 16 years as an active band, you have quite a lot of knowledge to tap into and to, start your own business and do it your own way. That wouldn't be possible 16 years ago or 15 or 13 years ago, but today it is, because Dissection is a well-established name.